Dimitri here, welcome back. Today's blog number 6, the F major scale. Objectives: understand how to build the F major scale. Number 2, recognize the notes in the first major tetrachord. Number 3, recognize the notes in the second major tetrachord. Number 4, understand the structure of the major scale. There are 2 parts to building a scale. Number 1, place all the natural notes on the blank circle in your workbook. And here's your blank circle. So we're going to put all the natural notes, those ones with no sharps and flats. We've talked about those over and over again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Place all the natural notes on the blank circle in your workbook. Number 2, using the natural note circle in your workbook, adjust the placement of the notes on the blank circle to produce the correct scale structure. Today we will build the F major scale. Let's get a little closer here. I think it's a little better audio. The construction of the scale starts by placing the tonic by the dot at 10 o'clock. Keep the natural note circle close to reference the gold standard. Essential elements: tonic, the name of the scale, clockwise, higher on the scale, higher on the circle, counterclockwise, lower on the circle, whole steps, 2 dots, 1, 2, whole step. We're going to do that here. Whole step, 2 dots, half step, 1 dot. Okay, let's see. Always move clockwise on the circle to measure an interval from the lower note to the higher. When measuring an interval, we are asking how many dots. All the dots on the circle are half steps. Number 1, note placement. Begin writing on your blank circle here. Beginning with the blank circle in your workbook, place the letter F, tonic, at 10 o'clock. So we're going to get a post-it note here. Post-it note, cap locks, F. All there is to it. And we're going to put F in the tonic spot, which is 10 o'clock. Okay. Next, the interval between F and G is a whole step. We will place G at 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock is blank. We're going to place G at 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock is blank. The interval between G and A is a whole step. We will place A at 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock is blank. Place A at 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock is blank. The interval between A and B is a whole step. We will place B at 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock's blank. So I can already see problems here, but we'll fix it. All right. The first 4 notes in the scale, get these out of the way. The first 4 notes in the scale are F, G, A, and B. Let's see, page 2 in the blog, number 6. The next note is C. The notes B and C are a half step. We will place C at 5 o'clock. There we go. The notes C and D are a whole step. We will place D at 7 o'clock and 6 o'clock is blank. There we go. Let's see. The notes D and E are a whole step. We will place E at 9 o'clock and 8 o'clock is blank. Excuse me. Nope. There we go. Returning to F at 10 o'clock, we find the interval between E and F is a half step. After placing our notes on the blank circle, we must align them with the structure of the gold standard. So what we're looking for is this gold standard of 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. All right, so we can see we're close, but not quite there. After placing our notes on the blank circle, we must align them with the structure of the gold standard. Neither the tonic nor the natural notes can move from their position. So remember, F is the tonic. Okay, write that down. That is the name of our key. Okay, we decided to work on the key of F today. Could be any note we want, but today it's F. And all of these natural notes cannot move because the distance between G and A is always 2 dots. Same with all the other ones, okay? So neither the tonic nor the natural notes can move from their position. Therefore, to make the necessary adjustments, replace the natural notes that are out of position with their relatively altered notes. So first we have to find the notes out of position, and then we have to replace them with their relatively altered notes. Okay, remember, natural notes are the seven dots with letter names on the natural note circle in your workbook. So here's your natural notes, the letter dots. Altered notes are the 5 blank dots on the natural note circle. So all these blank dots are altered notes. These altered notes are called chromatic. Chromatic notes, blank dots. The natural note circle is very helpful in visualizing the relationship of a natural note to its chromatic. A chromatic is a note altered by an accidental. And an accidental is a symbol, a sharp sign. And I think we went through this on one of the blogs, sharp sign. And a flat sign. Sharp, flat, okay? That indicates that the altered note's a half step higher or lower than a natural note. The sharp sign indicates that the altered note is a half step higher. The flat sign indicates that that altered note is a half step lower. Remember, it's important to remember that the major scale consists of 2 major tetrachords separated by a whole step. The major tetrachord has 4 notes in alphabetical order and the structure of a whole step, and a half step. Quick review here on the natural note circle. Our first tetrachord is here. The 4 notes are C, D, E, and F. Whole step between C and D, whole step between D and E, and a half step between E and F. Our second tetrachord is here, G, A, B, and C. Whole step between G and A, whole step between A and B, and a half step between B and C, with a whole step separating both tetrachords here, 2 dots between F and G. This is our gold standard, okay, and we are going to make this F scale match that. We want to match our gold standard. Number 2, scale structure. The first tetrachord F, G, A, and B does not match the major tetrachord position on the natural note circle. 10 o'clock, let me get my pointer here. I use my laser pointer. There we go. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You can see here that we have 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. So B is our culprit. B needs to be adjusted, altered. Let's see. The note B is out of position at 4 o'clock. We need the altered note at 3 o'clock to give us the correct structure. Here is where the blank dots on the circle come into play. Placing a flat sign with the note B, 4 o'clock, we recognize the blank dot B flat at 3 o'clock. Replace the note B with B flat to form the correct structure for our first major tetrachord. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to make, can't do that. There's a B flat. So a flat sign makes the natural note go lower. Remember, counterclockwise is lower on the circle. So that gives us this note, and we'll get this note out of here. So now we can see that we have that correct structure. F, G, A, B flat. Whole step, half step. First major tetrachord in an F major scale is F major tetrachord. The next step to constructing a major scale is to separate the two major tetrachords by a whole step, 2 dots. For example, the last note of the F major tetrachord, B flat, and the first note of the next tetrachord, C. B flat is at 3 o'clock, C is at 5 o'clock. That was page 2. Yeah, page 3, okay. The notes B and C are a whole step apart. The separation between tetrachords needs no adjustment. So we're in good shape here. 2 dots, whole step. Okay. The second major tetrachord, C, D, E, and F, matches the correct position on the natural note circle, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. The second tetrachord needs no adjustment. By placing the flat sign with the note B, we recognize the blank dot at 3 o'clock. Replacing the note B with B flat, which is what we did, achieves the gold standard structure and gives us the F major scale. The F major scale is the F major tetrachord, F, G, A, B flat, the C major tetrachord, C, D, E, F, and a whole step, B flat to C, separating both. Now make several copies of the blank circle in your workbook and try these major scales using the same method, B flat major, E flat major, and A flat major. Good luck. Hint: these exercises start on a blank dot. For example, place the note B at 11 o'clock and the blank dot for B flat at 10 o'clock. Next, place the natural notes on the blank circle using the natural note circle as a guide. Good luck. So what I am saying there, here's another blank circle we can use, is that we're still going to use that natural note circle, but the tonic is B flat, okay? And since we're doing natural notes, B flat is going to go in between A and B. Oops, let's do this. And as we look at our natural note circle, we know that the distance between A and B is a whole step. So there's our tonic, always at 10 o'clock. And so that note's going to be B flat. So now I can continue on and make my natural note circle. So even if it's E flat, then this note would be E, and so forth. Hey, if you have any questions, go to my website, Demi-Circle.com. Leave me a comment or a question, and I will do my best to get back to you. Hey, I appreciate you guys listening. Hope you learned something today, and I will see you for Blog 7, intervals, okay? So we've worked on the gold structure, we have worked on scales, now we're going to work on intervals for a couple blogs, then chords, and then we're going to get on the guitar and do some bar chords, okay? Cage system. Next time, bye.